There are some basic things in my life that have helped me to save so much money. Things like shutting off light around the room when I'm not using it, tracking every cent that I gain and spend, keeping my shower cold or at room temp instead of hot, splitting big tissue paper into several small pieces, and I couldn't care less about branded perfumes or designer clothes. So basically, anything that I can do so that I can save as much, be multifunctional, as well as living a very frugal lifestyle. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why I decided to choose a very frugal lifestyle. You might probably think to yourself, hey Mesa, why you embarrassing yourself for being such a cheapskate? Well, there's a big difference between being cheap and being frugal. So let's talk about it a little bit further. So once again, there's a big difference between being cheap or being frugal. Frugality, it's about being intentional with our money and resources. It's about us utilizing whatever it is that we have to the max of its capacity. Also, it is about us prioritizing our needs over our want. We are being respectful to ourselves, our time, and our future. So, the reason why I decided to follow a very frugal lifestyle can also be traced back to when I was a kid, to how I was raised as well. So back when I was around 3 to 5 years old, my parents taught me a very important lessons about money, because there is a relationship between hard work and reward. So if you were a kid, everyone always wanted to get a new toy that you can see other kids, the other neighbor kid is playing it. And every time I see the other kids is playing, I always go to my dad and go to my mom to ask for it. They never buy it for me, but it doesn't stop me from trying to get it. One thing they ask me is that if I manage to do some of the housework around the house, then in return they will give me some cash so that I can go out to buy the toy that I wanted. Who doesn't like the feeling of satisfaction when you know that you are able to achieve something of your own? So this is something that I have learned and I have embedded in my mind every time growing up to until today. And through that childhood, I choose to live a very simple lifestyle, because there's no need for me to follow up with the trend and living a lifestyle where I can impress so many people, because there's a correlation between living a lifestyle that is affordable cost of living compared to a lifestyle where it requires you to go into a rabbit hole where you have to have a loan so that you can support your lifestyle. This is something that I see that I can do, and I don't need to work as hard, because at the end of the day, my life it's about live to work, not work to live. I think if you watch my channel for a while, you will know that I talks about compound interest quite a lot, because this is something that I myself believe in. And being frugal means that you are trying to extract as much value as possible from things that you have, the resources that you have. And for me, I started to save as much money as possible so that I can allocate those money to an investment where it would allow me to have that compound interest. Because at the end of the day, when you are trying to save the money, you are basically trying to use that money for something that is later on can use for your future, whether it is buying a house or buying a car, or whether it is for building for your emergency fund. So this is just something, as a frugal person, I am responsible for my future and trying to max out all those compound interest as much as possible, because there are so many opportunity available out there where I can get them and compound it into the point where I'm ready to really enjoy my life as somebody who been living a frugal lifestyle and a simple lifestyle for quite a while. So there are a long list of things that I was consciously decided to wait so that I can feel happy later on in the future. And this is what I call it a delay gratification. So if I have to tell you, several days ago, I had the option to eat a very junk food since I was eating by myself. But instead, I prevent myself from in that, so and opt in for something that is more happy. And several days later, I feel very happy, because most of my friends who decided to have that junk food, they turned out to be having a food poisoning that time. Not to feel bad for them, but then I was happy that I decided to opt in for something that is more great. This can apply to other as well. Nowadays, I drive only a motorbike because one thing I see is that it's just something that can allow me to get from point A to point B. And instead, I try to keep my money towards something that is more meaningful that I can buy in the future, such as buying a house or buying the condos where that I can provide not only for myself or for my family in the future as well. So this is something that I opt in to do, to delay something that I right now, even if I have the ability to do so, but instead I would wait so that I could be happy in the future, where I can see that this is something that is worth waiting for. So I'm gonna read you a list of things that I do in my life as somebody who live a very frugal lifestyle, and there are things that I do so that I can save as much money as possible. Things like I plan everything in advance, such as meal plan or everything from having grocery, and I also check for discount so that I can get the best deal out of it. I shop at a local product so that I can the most authentic and organic product. I do not need to care about label product or wear any branded shirts. I use public transportation from time to time. I cut off electricity or Wi-Fi, or even unplug it from time to time. I budget and track everything at the end of the month, and most of the time I also do on a weekly basis as well. And there are things that I would be happy to spend money on, such as healthy food option, because as a foodie myself as well, I love to eat food, especially food that would be healthy for me and the people around me. I invest on course for something such as personal development and document my life and share things I learn with you guys. I spend money for traveling and for experience that I know it would shape me into a better person that I am today, and I invest on mental things that can help me to become a better person and to become a better friend, a better partner for those people around me. I think for those of you who wanted to get into this frugal lifestyle, there's one strategy that I use it all the time and it has worked really well for me. This strategy is called love it or live it strategy. What it means is that I only buy things that I really love it and I really want it, and something that I really needed in my life. And when I decided to buy things, I always focus on quality over the quantity. So it is quite difficult for me to really love something, so I know that I won't spend so much money. But in the meantime, I also focus on the quality of the product when I wanted to buy it. So again, it's just something that had helped me to keep my money into my account so that I not waste it on something that I want, because every single day you will find something that interesting, but if you are not strict with yourself enough, you will fall into the trap and you will spend so much money until when you look at the account at the end of the month, you will be confused of where did all your money goes. So there you have it, the reason why I choose to live a very frugal lifestyle. And being frugal isn't just about saving money, it's all about making that habit so that you can live a simple lifestyle and also become more intentional with it. And speaking about habit, my next video is all about the 10 habits that have changed my life. So click the video right here to watch that now and start making the small decision to better your life. And I will see you over there. Goodbye for now.